I think most times the reason why most people find themselves to not complete things or not get things done is most of the time it's like they can't stay in the fight. It's not necessarily because they're not good enough. It's just there's a level of will, there's a level of resilience that needs to be accomplished in order to get things done. And I don't mean like get things done today and 2 weeks later, or like consistently getting things done. It takes willpower. Doing it when you don't feel like doing it. Like right now, it's almost 5. I just woke up and I'm just thinking about things that I just want to build on top of, like these small talks. It's just like, the big thing obviously is me working on finding comfortability to showcase me, making time to produce a beat, or actually building like around my entire day. These are just small things of what I want to just start incorporating into like chat blogs and all of these small things. And it takes a willingness, it takes a fight, it takes a consistency, it takes a level of resilience. All these things matter. And, look, man, my current videos aren't getting above 100 views. It's not even getting past 30. But I really love what I do. I really believe in who I am. And I know that as things keep progressing and as I keep just showing up and as I keep envisioning and continuing, I think things will work out. Now, I can't rush the process, but I can always build on top of the process. And that was like a major thing that I just couldn't always put together. And, it's just crazy how, like, as you're getting older and as you're just maturing, it's like, dang, something is like small as this, I could have really done so much better than back then. And you start to get like regretful because like, gosh, this was just so small, but it was meant for small mistakes to happen. It was meant for not being mature enough to happen. It all comes together. It all coexists, and it's like you can't fight yourself for things that you should have been doing. You can always just look at your predicament, look at what you're doing currently, and pick yourself up and then go forward. Like, a lot of times, a lot of people just sit in that doubt, they sit in that regret, they sit in that anger, and they let life go by. And as life goes by, they never get over that hump. See, I'd rather be a person that gets over the hump at a later time than never at all. Okay? I know that success is delayed. Success is very delayed. Okay? Sometimes more delayed than you want it to be, but that's not how life works. Life is constantly showing us that these things happen, period. These things are meant to create doubt. It's meant to create understanding, because I feel like instantaneous success is definitely a level of proceeding with caution. But I think that because of what you've been working on for so many years, once you do reach that level, now you can compound it, you know? Just like everything is so like parallel to life. Like once you're good at a game, once you're good at like it doesn't take rocket science to beat that game again. Like video games are so, that's why I love video games so much, is because it shows so many paradoxes to reality. And you can bypass a lot of things if you do certain things, or as you're learning, like it's so many like single player campaigns that like as I got to the end, I'm like, man, I could have really like utilized all of like adding on these skills and doing all these things, and then it's like you're close to the end of the game, like dang, I could have. But if you want to start it over again, now you really know how to, okay, if I was to start this over again, even though I know what's going on in the game, even though I know what parts I could really max out, you know. So it all depends on what you want to do. So, but I know in this story of life, like once you do reach a level of success, once you do reach a level of like just doing things over and over and over, now once you want to, whether it's start a new business or start something fresh, you're able to compound the success. It's not just a do this, do that, do that. Just like how people like Mr. Beast or, you know, Duke Dennis, like they said, man, if I was able to start my YouTube over, I would know exactly how to get, because they've been through the hard gaps that it took them years upon years to learn. It took going through those gaps where it's like, dude, give me a new YouTube account. I know how to take it from here all the way to here in about maybe 5-6 months. Now, the average YouTuber don't know that because they never bypass that. They don't know what it feels to get that 100,000 subscriber plaque, you know, or the 1,000,000 subscriber plaque. So they don't, it's like, you don't know that stuff, you know? And when you don't have those, because a lot of the stuff comes from confidence. A lot of the stuff comes from prior accomplishments, like the real hardened confidence. You know, that's why they say once you got championship DNA, you know what I mean? Like winning an NBA champ, you know what it takes because you've done it and the hardest one is the first one. You know, that's why I've always talked about, if you know me, you know that I've always talked about the hardest hill is the first hill. It's not the 30th hill, it's the first hill. You know, because you're a lot more patient on the 30th hill. You know, you're a lot more resilient on the 30th hill. Even though it's like, man, second hill's still pretty hard. Third hill's still pretty hard. But doing something that you've never done and being able to walk on top, that's extremely difficult. And that's why I believe like a lot of people always go back to like, man, I remember when, even though they're like 10, 20 years in the game, I remember when I first, it's like, yeah, it's the reason why they say that, because they put themselves in a position where they know all the ins and outs because they put in to reach that final accomplishment. I give like one quick example. Man, I remember when I was younger, I had the worst, my jump shot, like literally playing basketball, like my jump shot was terrible. Like, and I don't want to say like, it wasn't always like, I'll say like fifth to or like second or like sixth grade. Like I was really good because like I would watch, my dad was a head coach and I would just watch just so many great players. So from second to sixth grade, I was really good because like my skill level was miles ahead of everybody. Then I got too comfortable, and then like by seventh, eighth grade, you know, I stopped working on my skills. My jump shot was terrible because that was my first year of organized basketball. And so, seventh and eighth grade, I had the worst jump, like, and it wasn't like people were leaving me open or anything, but my jump shot, I didn't have any confidence in it, you know? I was very anxious. I knew as a kid, like, now thinking back, now understanding my mind and my mindset, I was a very anxious, you know, pressure moments really like made me shrivel because like I just hated that moment of like you got the ball and everybody's looking at you and you got to do something. Like I swayed away from those moments. But as I grew older, you know, I worked on my jump shot and I just always experimented, just trying different things and just approaching it. And, you know, like as I got older, like now I have the most confidence in my jump shot that I ever have because I worked on it so much. Take a break. So I just want to say, like, I don't want to get too long-winded, but when you are trying to do something special, the hardest thing is to be resilient, to keep continuing, stay in the fight.